When I was a kid, we used to come to the New Forest on holiday every single summer, so I always knew that I would be back. What I didn't know is when I came back, it would be at a place called Sandyballs. Let's go and have a look around. And this cabin is going to be our home for the next 4 nights. As you can see, this whole place is very much a mix of many different types of accommodation. You've got static caravans, you've got weird and wonderful cabin building things. This is more of a traditional shaped cabin. There's a split of privately owned and rentals like this one, and also places where you can bring your own like touring caravan as well. So there's lots of mix of bits and bobs here. But we have gone for a 2-bedroom cabin. As ever, I will let you know how much we've paid for it at the end of the video, which will be at the end of the week. We're going to be doing a little bit of a tour of the cabin, tour of the site itself, and also letting you know what we're getting up to while we're down here as well. So if you want to know the price, you've got to stay watching until the end. But we have the dog-friendly one, which, unlike some of the places we've stayed recently, means we have a little enclosed area. So theoretically, we can let Dave loose, although that isn't necessarily going to hold him. I mean, it might do, but we've got this whole area here, which is our little, there he is, look, ready to cause terror. This is our own little decking area, which has another gate at this end, another little area to go out onto as well, which I guess we can maybe do a barbecue on. There's actually a barbecue spot here as well. So this is the back view of the cabin as well. Looks very snazzy. And of course, being in the heart of the New Forest as well, we are absolutely surrounded by trees. The scenery off the back there is lovely New Forest scenery stuff. We drove past so many horses at the side of the road as we came in. You literally come off the motorway, go over a cattle grid on the floor, and there are just horses everywhere. If you like animals roaming free, this is definitely the place for you. But let's get that properly locked shut again. Right, as long as he doesn't learn how to pull on it. I mean, it's not the most secure. This is a dog-friendly cabin. I don't know how dog-friendly that is, but hopefully he won't figure it out. There you go. You can come out and have a little explore, have a little sniff of your new area. The next 5 days we're here, Dave. Oh, there you go, that's all you wanted. You want to have a little look. Should we go in now? Should we do a tour of the inside? You have to get out of the way. Dave, move. Dave, can you move? There you go. You're trying to figure the gate out, aren't you? Come on, back in. Back in. We're going in. So here we have the inside of the cabin. The dishwasher was on when we got here, so I guess it's just been cleaned from the previous guests being in here. But we've got a nice kitted out kitchen situation, little dining area here, living room area with, it's got to be said, a pretty small TV. Not that that's a major issue. It's just me, Anna and Dave this week. There's a wonderful sign that I'll no doubt pose with a lot, because definitely as soon as I saw that was the name of the place, we were always going to stay here. It is a great name. But let's have a proper little tour of this kitchen. Dave, you are everywhere under my feet. So we've got kettle, which is clean, which is always a good sign. Cups, that's my camera case, that doesn't come with it. Fridge opens this way. So we've got nice clean fridge, empty freezer, which is always a good sign. Dishwasher that is on. So I guess there's more bits and bobs we haven't seen yet. We've got big sink with big window over the top of the sink. I don't know what this is. So we've got some dishwasher tablets, which we need to keep away from Dave. I don't know what this is. That's your cleaning kit. So again, big step up from some places we've stayed at previously, where they have actually provided the cleaning stuff. This, Dave, this has got pet's paws on it. I feel like this might be for you. Shall we try and work out what this is? I'll properly get into it. So we've got a little bag. Let's raise the woof. Okay. Then we've got some, what is that? It looks like wipes. The tennis ball.
Oh.
I know somebody who likes a tennis ball. This is great. We've not paid extra for this. We've got a little poo bag dispenser, which we've had one of those before. They're always cool. We have some perfume for when he comes back stinking from being in the sea, because we are relatively close to the sea here. Oh, Dave, a blanket.
Oh, he always likes a
He loves a blanket. And then a little portable water bowl.
Put that in the car now.
Yeah, that is a really nice touch. I don't think we had to pay any extra for it to be a dog-friendly cabin. We just picked dog-friendly cabin.
Away resort.
And for it to have all the little accessory stuff on there is really cool.
There you go, David.
And he got himself a nice little blanket. Big thumbs up for that. At places like Forest Holidays, Centre Parks, you have to pay extra for that kind of stuff. So I guess it was reflected in the price somewhere, but it wasn't obvious where it was reflected. And I find that a good thing. Right, let's continue exploring. So we've got, a draining rack. Now, we are recording this a week after we got back from Skegness, where we had no washing up liquid, no sponges, no oven gloves, no draining board. We had to go and buy all that stuff. It's one of the reasons why I spent so much money on that first shopping trip. So this is big thumbs up. Go and watch the Skegness video here if you want to see just how minimal that was. This has cost a little bit more, but not massively more. Various pots and pans and cutlery and things. Of course, there's going to be more of all of this once we actually get into the dishwasher as well. Nice oven with grill, 4 burners. We've got a few glasses and a jug up there. Again, a few bits and bobs.
Can women reach them though?
I don't know. Do you want to come and find out? You could probably reach the bowls, but not the plates, I would guess. That's actually going to be a good parking spot for your scooter behind there.
It is, yeah.
That's going to be really cool, so you can get around on the site. And then we've got microwave, toaster, knife block, all good stuff.
How many slices?
How many slices is the toaster? It's only a 2-slice toaster. But we don't have Andy with us, so that's fine. Oh, I've just broken that. There you go. So it is falling apart a little bit, but that's fine. Right, what's this door here? I'm intrigued by this door. It's a mop and a little storage cleaning cupboard.
I didn't realise that.
Yeah, there's just a little cupboard there. So we've got these massive windows as well, including patio doors, but I mean, these windows, you could definitely, you need 3 hands to do it, but you could definitely fit a human out of the windows. So we're definitely going to be able to get some airflow going in here, because we can leave that. Let's open it just enough so that we can get some air in, but not enough so that Dave can escape. He's got his tennis ball. And then we've got seating for 4. I don't think either of these turn into a bed. It is.
That looks like it does.
Maybe it does. It said on the website that it was just for 4 people. So, no, I don't think it does. TV, which, as we've already identified, we have no Wi-Fi or anything in here. There wasn't an option to pay for Wi-Fi. So we're just going to have to survive on 4G, 5G, whatever we end up getting. 4G at the moment. And then through here, we have a very strange little arrangement, because you open it up and it's like just walking into a wardrobe, but there's doors on every side. So if we go in, I'm now plunged into darkness. The door on the left leads me to the bathroom, where we have bath with shower above, nice little vanity mirror thing. And I mean, you've been in a bathroom before. This is very much a fairly standard one. Important to note, no towels supplied. We do get a couple of toilet rolls. We did know in advance that we'd have to bring our own towels, so luckily we did, but it wasn't obvious from the website. It was one of those things that we found out by looking at reviews on TripAdvisor, so we knew to bring ours, but I think that could be something that would catch you out if you were to come and stay here without checking. And then through here we have a twin room, which we're not going to be using unless Anna really snores and I have to kick her out of the bedroom. But I mean, it's a decent size, decent wardrobe setup, little desk. Like I say, not going to be using this room, but it's nice to know it's here, even if it's just for stealing extra pillows, if there's not enough in our room. And then mine and Anna's room, which I've never seen a pull string light in a bedroom before. That's madness. So it's very much wood panelling. I don't think this is air conditioning. I think that's just heating, but we'll turn it down to the minimum just to make sure the heat doesn't come on. We get an inexplicably even smaller TV in here, which I doubt will turn on. Nice little view of everyone else's cars being parked out there. Double bed, little dressing area, bedside tables on each side with plugs on each side, which is crucially important because we can both use our CPAP machines. And then what looks like a decent size of wardrobe, which opens in a really weird way, but you've got somewhere to stack stuff, hang stuff. I mean, it does look very dated throughout, but I think it has been here a while. And I think this is one of the older cabins on the site. So like I showed you outside, and we'll have a little look probably tomorrow, but later on in the video, there's lots and lots of different types of accommodation here. This is just the one we chose because these are the ones that are available for dogs. But if you want to come here and stay in somewhere a bit more modern, a bit more snazzy, a bit more up to date, it is definitely an option. And crucially, the bed is pretty comfortable. So that is always a big positive. And what's also a big positive is that they actually supply 4 pillows for us as well. So we won't even need to raid the second bedroom. And that completes your tour of our dog-friendly Woodland Crescent Lodge at Sandyballs in the New Forest. Our plan from now, we very much learnt from our last trip. We have brought a cool box full of food with us, so I don't need to go out now and find a supermarket and shop hungry. So we're probably going to just get the car unpacked, get settled in. It's getting on for 5 o'clock now, so we'll probably just settle in for tonight, have a nice little lazy evening, and then get cracking exploring the rest of the New Forest, Bournemouth. We're going to Paulton's Park as well. Most of these videos will probably be already out on the channel by the time you see this one, but we've got some plans for some videos while we're down here. So in addition to showing you around the rest of the site over the course of the rest of this video, over the course of the rest of the week, there's also a playlist that we'll link to down in the description below where you can see all of the other stuff we've got up to while we're here as well. But for now, I will see you in the morning, unless anything major happens, like that dishwasher explodes, or fingers crossed, I see you in the morning. So it is the next morning, me and Dave out and about nice and early having a walk. It's 4 minutes to 10. We found the park map, which suggests this place is genuinely enormous, and we've actually got a few Wi-Fi areas in there. We've had to set up our own Mi-Fi hotspot in the cabin because there's no Wi-Fi over there, but you can see just from here the variety of different types of accommodation. We've got static caravans, we've got cabins, we've got little Instagram photogenic cabins, but this through here is the little town square area, which excites Dave very much. So pedestrian only area, no bikes in here, but I think we're allowed dogs. So if we come through here, let's have a look to see what we've got facilities wise. So we've got a little pond there. Let's get him over here away from this dog.
That's a good
Dave.
That's nice. Good boy. Are you making friends? Oh, there's lots of friends.
Oh, let's get you over here, Dave, before you sniff everybody. Do you want a drink? Look, there's a drink there. So this is quite hard with Dave dragging me in all directions, but we've got a little shop and deli there. Over there we have the play zone, which is a little arcade games area. There we have Aubrey's Forest Kitchen, which is a restaurant and bar, I think. There's a leisure centre over there. There is an outdoor pool and a gym, so I think you have to book to use those. But I think they're through there. More static caravans that way. And then let's see what else we've got. So we've got something called the Den, which I think is the activity centre. Dave is pulling in all directions. So there's your back entrance to the forest kitchen. Table tennis tables and bits like that in the little den area. So some little pod things, which I don't think are for sleeping in. I think they're for activities. They do have stuff like that for sleeping in. We've got, okay, so Albury's is the restaurant, and then we've got the Woodside Inn, which is the bar. And then Holiday Home's sales office there. Reception is a little bit further around at the front. Lots of nice little outdoor areas to hang out in the evening as well here. Another little, so that's the back end of that town square from before. And if we come over here, we've got another one of these little pod things, which are very snazzy. Woody's Bar, so that's another bar. And then they've got static caravans for sale. They have cabins for sale. You can see there's another different type of cabin down that way, as well as all the various caravans and whatnot. And then somewhere around here, there is a place for touring caravans as well. I noticed when we checked in, they have different check-in and check-out times depending on if you're in a cabin, a static caravan, a touring caravan, just to keep it all staggered throughout the day. But we've got another different flavour of accommodation here, which is like a hybrid cabin caravan thing. Loads more. So these are ones that are actually in situ, that I guess people already own, that are for sale. So a few of them were for sale boards. And we're now around the back of the little town square area. I think that is the tour of all of the facilities that are here. In fact, that's not true, because I've just remembered one of the big things they have here. They do it several times a day. You can take an alpaca for a walk. So somewhere in here there are alpacas, and you can be sure, if it's not fully booked and we're about when it's going on, that I will be taking an alpaca for a walk. Oh, in fact, we're around the back of these pods. These are actually little camping pods. So that's camping pod number 6. That's the town centre area. So the little camping pods from before, it looks like you can camp in those little pods right opposite the restaurant and the bar, which I imagine that's pretty noisy, because it was pretty noisy from there last night. Not like disruptive, raucous noise, but just general bar in the summer hubbub that we could hear from like 2 rows back. So I don't know that I'd want to be right next to it like that. Further evidence there's alpacas here somewhere. All of the little zebra crossings are not zebra crossings. I mean, they still look like zebra crossings, but they're alpaca crossings, which is great. So over here we've got the guest services building, including key drop-off for the day that you leave, which is very good. The guy cutting the lawn behind me, less good for the audio, but what you can just about see behind me as well is they have what I would describe as Centre Parks check-in, where you basically don't have to get out of your car to check in. There's 2 lanes there, you just queue up, and at check-in time every day, there was a queue of like 4 or 5 cars when we arrived yesterday, but they just come to the car, ask for your name, your booking number, and then bring everything out to you in an envelope. The check-in process was so smooth and easy, it took maybe 5 minutes, and that includes the queue of 4 or 5 cars in front of us and next to us. So we are back at the cabin after a rather splendid day at Paultons Park. We found a supermarket. Dave has found a person as well. One moment, every time someone walks past. We've got all the doors open because it's warm in here, but every time someone walks past. And to be honest, it doesn't happen very often, because the only people who are going to walk past are the people in those 2 cabins. But goodness me, do they make a lot of trips back and forth to their cars. But yeah, we're back here. We had to go all the way over to Ringwood to find a supermarket, which is probably 20 minutes there, 20 minutes back. The New Forest is mad, but it was a Sainsbury's with an Argos in, so we did manage to get a travel adapter for my toothbrush charger, because there wasn't one in the bathroom here, and my toothbrush died this morning, so I assumed I'd be able to plug it in. But it's now plugging in the kitchen, so that's nice. We have some disposable barbecues, so we're going to do some kebabs and things on the barbecue. We've also purchased a towel. We did know there were going to be no towels here, so we brought normal towels with us, assuming there'd be something on the bathroom floor to stop pools of water accumulating. but there wasn't, and there is still a puddle on the bathroom floor from when I had a shower this morning. So we've just got a cheap towel from Sainsbury's to soak that up and just leave on the bathroom floor as like a bath mat. Weird that there's no carpet, no bath mat or anything. It's just a floor that generates puddles. You may be asking yourself why I'm still wearing my sunglasses when I'm back in the cabin. It's because I've left my actual glasses in the car and I'm about to go outside and light the barbecue. So I think that's a good reason not to go back to the car. It's really, really warm now. As soon as it is nice having the sunset and us facing the sunset with these big windows, big open doors, but as soon as the sun gets low enough, wowzers, it starts to beat in through these windows. We're gonna have to shut our curtains soon just to try and keep some of the heat out, because it does get warm in here. We are glad that we brought Anna's fan with us from home. We learned our lesson in Skegness, that's for sure. Well, that, boys and girls, is what's known as holiday dinner done on a disposable barbecue, so the sausages are a bit burnt. And I got ranch dressing when I meant to get Caesar dressing. But on the whole, that looks like it works for me. And yes, I like spring onions. They're delicious. I have returned from walking Dave, so we are now playing the game we bought at the board game. What's it called? The UK Games Expo earlier in the year. Dwarf Romantic. We love the video game. Never played the board game, so we're playing along with a tutorial. Modern board games are great. The fact that we can do an online tutorial and not have to read the 8-page instruction book. Big thumbs up. Well, it is the next morning and me and Dave have explored the holiday park a little bit more and have found the dog exercise field. So he is, where is he? Somewhere enjoying running around, although he did just find some fox poo that he was rolling in, which was not ideal. Oh, he's done it again! Absolutely disgusting creature. You have to give him a bath now. They also do frisbee tennis. Not frisbee tennis, frisbee golf, frisbee something. There's frisbee nets, and they're all over this field as well. So it's a dog exercise field for most of the day, apart from when people are playing frisbee in here. But this is probably the furthest point from where our cabin is. I'll pop the map up on screen now so you can see where we were and where this is. There are a couple of other areas for us to check out as well on our walks. This is a really, really big holiday park. It's very, very cool. And then over there, which I don't know if you can see, is set up as a little bug hotel, bug area. So they have a whole bug field that separates the dog field from the rest of the park. There you go, bug hotels, multiple of. You're not allowed in there because that's been all left to go wild for wildlife, which is very cool. So there are some nice walks here. So this is next to the dog area where you can go down there and I guess walk down into that bit. And then we're back in the holiday park, which, as I say, a mix between privately owned houses, caravans. It's a really cool place. Back in the cabin, I have cleaned the disgusting off of Mr. Disgustington. Good job they gave us wipes and things, because I really didn't want to give him a bath. He's had a very thorough wipe down with those wipes, a dousing with the perfume. Now I see why they gave us all that stuff. Our plan for today, we've got 2 full days left. So you see how sweaty fighting with Dave to clean him has made me. I think today we are going to head into Bournemouth, go to the beach, just have a little potter around there. Haven't been there for years. So it'll probably be a video I'll link to down below of our day in Bournemouth. And then I think tomorrow we are going to go out and about around the New Forest. And again, that will be a separate video as well that will be linked to below. And then tomorrow night, I've got the Bournemouth Beach live stream. So lots of stuff still to do. But for now, I'm just going to have a little bit of breakfast. And then we're going to hit the road again. This is a very fun trip. Well, folks, early days of Anna having a mobility scooter, teething problems. We didn't charge it overnight because it still had, according to the meter on it, more than half charge after yesterday at the theme park. We figured, well, we're not going to be doing as much walking today. More than half charge should be fine. We haven't done anywhere near as much walking, but the battery is dead. I've just put, the reason I'm sweating as much as I am is because I've just pushed her and it up a slope back there and left her in the nearest car park, sat in it, in the shade. I'm now going back to fetch the car to hopefully be able to find that car park with the car and then load her into it. The learning point here, of course, charge the thing fully every time she uses it, because pushing it is hard work. Well, we have made it back after much kerfuffle. The thing is now on charge over there. We came back via a farm shop as well, which I remember from when I was a kid, the Ferndean Farm Shop in the New Forest. And I remember them because they had delicious pork scratchings. So the three of us are now going to do a pork scratching taste test. It's taking forever to open.
Oh, get them. They put so much tape on.
Yeah, it's to stop Dave getting into them. Dave does like pork scratchings, as you can imagine. Yeah. Right, Dave, hold on. You have to hold it in your hand and then the three of us try them together. Do you reckon you can cope with that? Oh, they smell good. Do we all like them? Do you like them, Dave? I like them. Do you like them? We all like them. I'm now going to go and have a look around the shop without Dave for the first time since we got here. Because one of the things people said about the Skegness video is it didn't really show the the stuff that was at the holiday park. So although we've had a little tour around the outside, I'm going to go and have a look on the inside. Plus we need another barbecue. This feels far too upmarket for me, especially when I've already been in a farm shop this afternoon. They have a whole shelf for oils and stuffing. I've never been in a shop like it. I seem to have made it down here.
Told you about him. Told you.
At the time, the alpacas are doing their thing. How you doing? You good? Marvellous. Oh, folks, what a time to be alive. I showed Anna the alpaca clip and the alpaca videos. She immediately walked down there because she wanted to see them herself. They were gone. So we've booked an alpaca walk for this afternoon, for tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow afternoon, we are taking alpacas for a walk.
Show me the alpaca you've got now.
Yeah, where is my alpaca? I also purchased an alpaca from the shop because they might be my new third favourite animal. Fourth favourite animal, maybe.
What's your free?
Giraffe, ostrich, and camel, obviously.
Where does he go then?
He's not an animal, he's my friend. Weird question. It is Thursday morning, the start of our last full day here, and we are celebrating that fact with the bacon that we got from the farm shop yesterday. Oh, I'm so excited. Farm shop bacon. Here we go. Look at that, folks. You know it's good quality bacon when it doesn't shrink or shrivel up or roll up when you cook it because it's not been pumped with water. That looks delicious. Right, we are hunting for the giant's grave, aren't we? Let's go hunt for that. Turns out it was just a viewpoint, which, to be fair, it's a nice view, but we had to come up some pretty treacherous slopes to get up here. We came up that way. I'm a little out of breath. Not used to climbing, but Dave, we are going to take a minute to appreciate standing on a giant's grave before we try and get back down. But there we have it. Let's have a proper look. We're not going any further that way, Dave. That looks very steep. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Turns out there was a Pokemon Go gym up here, though, which I can't imagine anyone is going to take anytime soon. So this is going to be my giant's grave. Now we've got to try and navigate down here safely. It rained first thing this morning as well, so it is a little slippery and treacherous. I don't know if the camera does it justice, just how steep this is. This might be how I die. If people find this footage when they come and try and take that Pokemon gym, it was worth it. I think we've made it out. Look, it goes all the way down there as well. We could get lost in these woods for hours. But we have somewhere else to be, so let's go there. Well, we have been out this morning in the village of Burley in the New Forest. If you want to see what we got up to there, there's a video link down below. But it occurred to me on the way back that we've been in the New Forest for 4 days, making this big video of our New Forest trip, and I don't think we've shown a single New Forest horse in the video yet, and the horses just get to roam free throughout the forest.
Or hold up traffic.
Yeah, or hold up traffic, as Anna says, for a mouthful of Nutella fudge that we picked up in Burley. It's pouring with rain though, so they're all hiding. I am going to venture out into the rain. The things I do for video, I am going to venture out into the rain with no coat, in the rain, yeah, ruin a perfectly good pair of Jordans to go and get these horse shots for you, because you got to have horse shots, or else you won't believe we were ever here. So here we go, look. So we've just pulled into one of these little places that you can pull over. I don't know what you'd call them. Little roadside areas. They're scattered all over the forest, so you can just pull over, go for walks, have picnics, that kind of thing. But you can see between where we've got all these horses and the road, there is no fence, so there's nothing stopping them just wandering around. And there have been a couple of times where we've been trying to get from A to B and there's just been horses stood in the middle of the road, and people just, you have to accept it because it's part of what makes the New Forest special. The fact the horses are just roaming around doing their own thing. Horse selfie. Now we're going to get back in the car because it is absolutely pouring with rain and I'm getting very wet.
Are you a good boy?
Yeah, we've got one that's actually going to come across in front of the car now and block us from getting out of this little rest stop. He is having a proper look at our car.
What are you doing?
Hello, you right?
Hello. Hi.
Call him over, I don't
I'm
want him
not.
to sit on the car.
You're a good boy or girl. Hi.
But you can see on his back he's been branded with
Hello.
the
Hi. You're a good boy.
There we go.
Yeah. You're good.
So they are right
Yes, you
next to the
are.
road,
You're a good boy. Bye-bye.
That is cool. Oh, the time has come. The weather is still rubbish, but the time has come for our alpaca walk. Very excited. And there we have a selection of alpacas, including one furiously cleaning himself. Excellent. There we have an Anna. Don't mind me. Just taking an alpaca for a walk. What's his name?
Anchor with an A.
There you go. He's just coming for a little stroll with us. What have I got there? Hello.
Does anyone know
Oh, he's very soft.
the alpaca originally comes from?
Do you want to hold
They
him?
originally come from the alpaca was a gift from the gods that had been sent from space. Now, in the modern day, there is no such thing as a wild alpaca.
We're now queuing up for Love Heart with alpaca selfies in front of the big Love Heart over there. This is the last bit of the park I've not been to before. Good Friday Hill, apparently. From here, we can see 3 counties. She just said that fact. I didn't previously know that fact.
Can they swim? They like water, but they do not like deep water, okay? So they can't see dimensionally very well. So if
They're
you
so
want to relax,
soft.
have a look at...
We got the grumpy one. I like grumpy ones. Anna's just saying goodbye to the other ones because our grumpy one didn't want to come in. And now he's in timeout over there. He's officially my favourite.
So, did you want...
Well, those llama shenanigans were super fun, but unfortunately not allowed to play with them forever. So I've left Anna back at the holiday park. I am now back in Bournemouth. I'm going to finish the video that got cut short yesterday when we had the mobility scooter incident. Plus, in about 90 minutes, I'm going to be doing my live stream from Bournemouth Seafront, which is down there somewhere, which Wi-Fi, 4G, 5G has been a little bit iffy when we've been around about this area the last few days. So I'm a little bit concerned it's not going to go quite as well as the Skegness one a few weeks ago, but assuming it wasn't a complete disaster, that'll be available on the live tab for you to watch the replay for if you want to see that as well. But I will see you on the other side when I am back in the cabin. And after getting completely soaked going into Bournemouth, finishing that video and then doing my live stream, I am back at the cabin. It's Thursday evening. It's just gone 9 o'clock and we leave in just over 12 hours time to go home. We've got to be out of here at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. So we have reached the stage of the video where we talk about how much the trip has cost. Full disclosure, probably going to have lots of you tell me it was quite expensive because it has been quite an expensive trip, but I would like to put the context to that. It is the New Forest, 15 miles outside of Bournemouth, one of the main tourist destinations in the UK in the middle of August, and we booked it less than a week before we arrived, so we didn't get any early booking discounts or anything like that. Obviously, if you were to come here at a different point of the year, it's going to be much cheaper, but we paid for 4 nights in this cabin, which does sleep more than just me, Anna and Dave. There's a whole second bedroom that we didn't use, so the cabin that we're in, we didn't need this much space, although Dave has very much enjoyed having a bedroom to himself. The first night we were here, he was just woofing and woofing and woofing until we opened the bedroom door to the second room, and he just slept on a bed in there, and now he's slept in a bed, in a human bed every night, and he's loving it. So I guess maybe we did need the second bedroom, but when you compare it to something like Center Parcs and Forest Holidays, the 4 nights here are cheaper than the 3 nights we did at Forest Holidays back in July before the summer holidays started. So that's an important thing to note. And I think location wise, the New Forest is a better location than Mansfield. I apologise to the people of Mansfield, but it just is. It's much cheaper than the last time we did a Center Parcs trip as well. Last time we went to Center Parcs, we did 4 nights, Monday to Friday, same as this trip, in about May, June time last year. And it was almost twice the price of this trip. So bear those in mind, compare it to stuff like that, because it's definitely a holiday on that kind of level rather than a holiday park in a caravan like what we did in Skegness, despite the fact it is a holiday park and there are caravans around us. I think this is definitely premium level and should be compared to the likes of Forest Holidays and Center Parcs. But enough excuses. We paid £852 for the 4 nights. That was for me, Anna and Dave. As ever, we pay a little bit of a premium for having Dave with us, but I'm pretty happy with that. Like I say, I think value for money wise, that's not too bad when you compare it against a similar thing. And I've been trying to convince Anna all day. I think this is better than Center Parcs and Forest Holidays. I think you're in a much better location. You don't feel like you kind of have to stay on the park itself because there's nothing else nearby, like what you get with a lot of Center Parcs and Forest Holidays places. It's very much a case of you go there and you don't really leave once you're there, whereas here you certainly have the option to stay on site. We've not even scratched the surface on the entertainment and the facilities that are here. I can hear now through the open kitchen window Mary Poppins songs because they're doing an open air cinema over there somewhere, which is free to attend. If you're staying here, you can just go and watch Mary Poppins sat on a blanket in a field, which is really, really cool. They have entertainment every night over in the bar area. Obviously, we did the alpaca walk today, but there's a leisure centre with a gym, there's a swimming pool, all stuff that we never even touched, we never even did. And there's activities all through the day. I mean, if I were to have a look in the app, just to give you an idea of some of the activities we could have done if we're activities people, and we're not really. I know when we've done stuff like Center Parcs and Forest Holidays, we've done more of the activities, but that's kind of because there wasn't much else to do. It's not like we could just go to the theme park down the road, go to the beach down the road like we're able to here. But looking at the activities that are on tomorrow, there's more alpaca walks throughout the day. They've got laser tag, forest caching, target archery, pottery painting, and family Nerf challenge, glitter globe painting, disc golf, tie-dye madness, axe throwing, shaving foam marble art, pottery painting, whatever the heck Gel Masters is. And that's just tomorrow. There is a lot going on here. It's an awesome place. And if we suddenly came into a huge amount of money, I would very much want to buy a cabin here. We did have a look, and oh my word, the static caravans range in price from about £20,000 up to about £120,000. But for the cabins, they start at about 200 grand. There is a cabin for sale currently on this holiday park for £700,000. The south is bonkers. But all in all, we've had a fantastic trip. If you want to see the other stuff that we got up to while we were here, there's already videos from Paultons Park, from Bournemouth, and from Burley in the New Forest that we've already released on the channel. So click on the playlist down below to go and watch those. And if you have enjoyed this one, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for us. Let us know down in the comments what seaside places you'd like us to go to next. We are starting to accumulate a list. I think we've probably got Great Yarmouth and Blackpool penciled in for the future. But is there somewhere you'd like to see us go first? And of course, coming very, very soon, we've got Disneyland Paris coming up again as well. So lots of cool travel content coming up. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, turn your notifications on for that stuff. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Toodle pip. Bye-bye.